Well, everyone, today we're trying The Alters, a brand new game that has some of the most unique and crazy ideas in a video game in recent memory. Like this game is wild, and I'm going to explain it to you because I think this is one of the more unique games I've played in the last handful of years. It's really, really cool. The Alters is a sci-fi survival game with a couple of very unique twists. It blends the genres of survival, adventure, and base building with a sort of emotional simulator, specifically around managing the opinions and attitudes of alternative versions of the player character. You see, your entire base that you are building is manned by different versions of the player character with their own unique twists and personalities and opinions of what you're doing and the choices you're making. It's very unique and very crazy and interesting, and I'm excited to try it because one of my guilty pleasure genres is base building. I don't tend to make a ton of videos on those types of games, but when 11-Bit Studios and AMD reached out and offered to sponsor this video and allow me to play the game early, I said, sure, let's do it, so long as I'm allowed to say whatever I want to say in the video, and they agreed. So here we are. Let's try The Alters. How I'm going to do this is we're going to start at the very beginning, and then I'm going to step away after we go through the intro sequences of the game, and I'm going to put a handful more hours into it, and I'll come back showing some later gameplay footage explaining what I've learned and all of that. With all that said, let's get into it. As you can see, the difficulty selection is based on the different components of the gameplay. So they have action elements within the game, and they also have economic elements of the game, such as the actual management side of the game. So you can choose how you want to balance the experience based on your experience in each given genre. I'll go with the recommended difficulties for both of these, and let's start. We don't really know it, but we sense it. There is a sister ship to our life, which takes a totally different route. While the sun burns behind the islands. Tomas Transtromer. Huh. I don't understand. I'm not smart enough for this.
Up here? My whole life, all its ups and downs, led me to this place. Far from home, far from anyone I know. A journey whose route is unknown, and the destination out of sight. Was this path just a random sequence of events that I had to follow? Or was there ever another way? Now, heading for the unknown. I can't really tell. Is this the end of the road? Or is it yet another branching?
Branching choices, dare I say? Ooh. I will say the game is pretty. Prologue.
That was a tough landing.
Dang, dude.
Dolski here. Do you read me? Anyone? Nothing. I need to figure out what happened.
And we're in. Dude, this is pretty. This is gorgeous. My goodness. Okay. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Color me impressed graphically. I'm here for this. This is also one of the fun things about doing coverage on a game like this is I'm playing it before it's public, so I haven't seen other people playing it. I don't really know what to expect. I've seen the trailers. Of course, I've heard the devs talk about it. but I don't know much about what's going on. I'm very, very excited to see where it goes, though. And I mean, I'll give it to him. This makes a good first impression. I really think it does. Ooh, I sense a vista coming up. Let's see. Ooh, it's pretty too. Oh, there's the base. So this is the other cool thing. The entire base that you are building while you play through this game is inside that circle. It's a mobile base, so it can move around, and you build it up similar to some other base building games, like maybe think of a Fallout Shelter or like one of those where it's kind of based around rooms that you can set up and arrange the way you like it. Again, I'm very excited to see where this goes. So I'm going to run down there and get to the mobile base. I want to see more.
What? No. That's impossible. They can't all be.
All of them are gone. All of his shipmates, everybody he landed with. I wonder if we'll find out. We're almost there in time before the radiation acts up. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yes, the elevator. Quick.
Get to it. I'll give it to it. It's one of the more unique things I've seen. I remember when they first revealed this, and it was very, very unique. I was like, I don't think I've ever seen a game quite like this. And you know, they told me when they reached out asking if I wanted to make this video, they kind of gave me the elevator pitch of the game and explained what they were trying to do with it. And I was like, this just sounds so different, so crazy and weird and unique. I am here for it. So let's see what they've got. Like I said, my goal for this video is not just to go through the opening sequence like you've just seen, but I also want to actually get familiarized with it instead of just trying to make a video frantically on the fly. I want to actually sit down and figure this out and play it and then be able to come back a little bit later and explain what I've learned. So my goal is to take that time to get to know it, understand it, and figure it out so that I can provide you a more informed perspective on all of it. But as you can see, this is what I was meaning by kind of that like Fallout Shelter style layout where it's based on these rooms, and the base, if I move my camera, you can see the base has a set mass, and then you also go on journeys with the base, and that is affected by the actual like cost to go on that journey in terms of fuel and power, and also things like radiation need to be protected against and all of that. But as you can see, you basically arrange the layout of your base the way you see fit and however you like. And as the game goes on, I imagine you're going to gain all sorts of new rooms, all sorts of new abilities and things like that that make it more viable or more powerful or allow you to get to new or crazy places. I am really digging the idea of this, frankly. I'm very interested. I'm very excited, you know, I'm very excited to see where this goes. So with that said, I'm going to keep going. Let's see what else we got. Next step, I've got a phone call coming in. I need to go to the communication room. So I pull this up. Communication room is up and to the left.
Hello? Hello, can anyone hear me? Mayday! Mayday, anyone?
New captain.
Great. This is the new captain of the mission speaking, Jan Dolski. Corporate ID 4672B. I'm afraid the former captain is gone, together with the rest of the crew.
And I had nothing to do with it. It sounds a little suspicious if you're just like, yeah, they're all dead.
Hello?
I'm the captain now.
Can you get me out of here?
Imminent danger. Short time remaining.
That's not good.
What? How much time? What's gonna happen?
Oh, a timed component too.
What's the danger?
Planet activity rising. 4 days remaining. Be lethal proximity. Instructions in logs.
Instructions in logs. We only have a handful of days before something bad happens.
All fuzzy on me.
I'm translating.
Oh, useless quantum nav system. Where the hell did it send us? Lethal proximity of what?
Please, Rapidium force star approaching. This battle, we must escape. Proximity star
You mean a star will come and burn this planet, and I just have days to escape?
Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's bad.
Sunrise. Perfect.
Okay, yeah, that's not good.
I need to find those captain's logs.
Captain's logs. Where would captain's logs be? Command center, captain's cabin. I'm guessing cabin. I'm gonna go down 2 floors. Access his computer. Ooh, yeah, we got these. Okay, I'm gonna read these real quick, okay? So, time warp, fast forward, enhance. Okay. I also have dedicated tutorials tab in this area as well. Okay. Prepare for the journey. The big thing with this though, as you can see, evacuation procedure, I need to refuel the base, manufacture necessary equipment, and secure food supplies. As for actually doing all of this, locating organic matter deposits requires deployment of an Ally Corp polygonal scanner. This handy tool, alongside with other necessary equipment such as mining outposts and polygons, can be crafted in the workshop module of the base. Workshop module is machinery. It's not here yet, so maybe we need to build a module. Maybe. We've got storage, raw food. This is where the management thing also comes in. So you see in the bottom there's metals, rapidium, which is like the main material it seems we need, minerals, enriched metals, food, raw food, mush, which I love, and cooked meals. And then we have a total storage amount, and then organic percentages, which I'm assuming are used for like crafting and things like that. So, interesting. But I'm guessing in order to craft, we need to actually go out and gather materials. As you can see under the fundamentals, gather 60 metals outside. So this is where it kind of merges the two sides of the game, the managerial side and then the adventure side. So if I exit, radiations near the exit in the base currently not permitted, you can rest the captain's log until tomorrow. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go down to the captain's quarters, I'll rest, and then tomorrow I will go out, collect metals, craft the workshop, and I can get the ball rolling, or the wheel rolling, base rolling in this case. Sunrise in 8 days. Okay, so I'm intrigued by this timeline. This is your energy bar. It shows how many hours you have before you get tired. Once you're tired, you'll still be able to work, but every task will take much longer. Oh, so it's also tied to actual in-game amounts of time based on the bottom left. Dude, this is just the right levels of complexity to tickle a part of my brain I didn't know I had. You know, like it's just enough for me to be like, ooh, I'm intrigued. You can find shallow deposits on the planet's surface that contain limited amount of resource, can be extracted quickly. They can be reorganized by recognized by red dust. Approach the deposit to interact with it. Okay, red dust. Where's some red dust? There's a glow. Maybe that's what I'm looking for. Let's go see. That looks reddish orange to me. More orange.
Might be a source of metals.
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I'm sorry, I'm geeking out a little. I love fresh ideas in games like this. You know how like in a lot of games you'll go mining and it's just like chop, chop, entire vein is depleted in 2 chops of your pickaxe. In this, it actually is spending the time in the bottom left. And you see the weather transitioning over top. It's actually taking time, but it doesn't make me sit through it. It just fast forward. Dude, this is clever. Okay, I'm eating this up, dude. I may be in trouble. I may not get much else done for the rest of the day. I love this though. Okay, I'm intrigued. I'm supposed to stay very level-headed. I'm not convinced yet. But I'm liking it. Okay, continuing. I'm gonna build my workshop. Let's do it. Back in I keep calling it a ship. It's more of a wheel. So I go select. Can I build from here? No, I think I'm gonna have to do that from probably the captains. Let's see. Oh no, I can read the fundamentals. Build a workshop in the command center. So I go over to the command center. Ooh, this looks commandy to me. So base navigation, you can plan to start journeys between locations, and then base building, you go to base building, and this sets up our ability to actually do it. Up on the D-pad, I can select the room I want to build. It lists out the cost of materials, the mass, the total weight it has, and the size in terms of like cells. that it will take. And then I can arrange it and place it wherever I see fit. I will set it next to the command center because I am there right now. And then you can also eventually expand it as well and go bigger and bigger. Oh, I can't zoom out, but look how much bigger the cells on the right are. So I bet you can get this thing pretty big. Okay. I'm over here, workshop Q. I want to make a scanner, which is used to scan the planet's surface deeply for resource deposits. Okay, I'll build one of those. What is uphold? Set uphold. I'm not sure what that means. I'll have to figure that out. But okay, we're doing that. I can back out, and then you schedule work in the workshop queue that you can then work on queued items at the workbench. Okay, so I go here, A, work, and then it actually passes the time. Okay, interesting. So now I'm gonna go back outside, find an organics deposit, and then I'm assuming I will drop the scanner on that. Okay, organics are identified with blue smoke. Okay, I will hand it to them. Complex games like this with like management systems and a lot going on, they can often be really intimidating and hard to learn, but so far they have a very good tutorial system set up. There's one up there. I think I need to get to that one specifically though. Can I climb up this way? No, it takes climbing hooks. Late game progression, baby. Dude, some of these environments are trippy. Look at that. Extract.
I need to collect a sample.
Done. Oh, I'm burning through a lot of time though. I've emptied the deposit. Rapidium extracted. Okay, I'm gonna go down there. I think I can still get to the food from where I am. Back, let's get some organics. I guess not food, it can be used for that, but let's get back. I think I can get there from here. Yes, here we go. Okay, so to do this, the scanner allows you to find resource deposits, place in connection probes. You can uncover concentration of underground resources, look at the scan ground, try to pinpoint where to place the most intense red coloring of the deepest point of the deposit. Okay, so you have to use the scanners to try and figure out where the deepest deposit is. Okay, I'll place it specifically between the smoke. So I'll go here. I can only go like there. And then here, and maybe here. Doesn't look like much. Okay. Oh, here's a deep area. Okay, I see a little deposit there, but this looks pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna retrieve these. I'm gonna adjust it a little bit because I think it might be. Yeah, we're close. It's like right here. I'm gonna go here. So you just like pinpoint it down with the scanner. Yeah, look at that. There's the spot. Okay, and then I need to build a mining outpost on the deepest point, which I can do here. And then mining outpost. Just like that. Oh, baby. Okay, pylons. Using pylons to connect mining outposts with the base. Each pylon automatically connects to nearby structures. You can see possible connections in the form of green lines when you have the pylon equipped. Pylons can be connected to each other. Place them in a line to connect the mining outpost with the base. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. Build mode pylon. And then I just need to get back to the base. And conveniently, they've left this open so we can actually still see it. How convenient. I love that. We're almost there, almost connected. And then presumably when you return to this area, you will, I think I have to get to the other side. You will just reconnect to these pylons. So it all just gets fed back. Okay. And there we have it. It's all connected. Fast travel, you connected mining outpost to the base. From now on, you can fast travel to move quickly between the base and the mining outpost. You can access fast travel by the airlock, base entrance, or any outpost. Okay, so once you build out the network, you can just zip around. Okay, and now I'm also tired. Okay, tiredness versus exhaustion. You ran out of energy and became tired. In this state, physical work takes much longer. If you stay up until very late, you'll become exhausted. Each minute of exhaustion causes you to wake up later the next day. So you can do it in rare instances, but you can't do it perpetually. Okay, that makes sense. If I do that, I now have 180 organic matter gathered using the outpost. I got to do that. Report your findings. So I need to go to the comm center, do that. Okay. I'm tracking, dude. I'm tracking. I feel like we're making good progress.
Hello?
Got to call them and tell them I found the magical resource.
I went out to find resources, and I found a cave full of something. I think it might be Rapidium.
Oh, now they answer.
You hear me? I think I found Rapidium.
You sure about it?
Yeah, I'm sure. It was colorful and magical.
What? I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, what else could it be?
That's what I'm saying.
Test it.
Test the Rapidium? How would I do that?
New blueprint provided. The womb.
Oh. I'm gonna make a womb.
The womb. You want me to build a womb?
Sample of DNA provided.
Okay. I have a feeling things are about to ramp up.
Huh? I guess it makes sense. Rapidium speeds up organic growth.
Yep. It makes perfect sense to me, dude. I don't know why you're freaking out. This makes sense. Let's build a womb. Let's put it there. There we go. Okay, we're good. We're good, fam.
Okay, so I have built a womb. Now, here goes. DNA sample.
Yep.
Rapidium. I'm starting to worry this wasn't such a good idea.
Let's see. Oh.
Oh. Of course. What else?
Looks like dinner to me.
Yo, you need a name. I think I'm gonna call you Molly.
Molly. Fun fact. I'm not gonna say exactly why, but the first cloned, I believe it was lamb or sheep, I guess is what it would have been, that they ever produced was named Dolly. And if you're ever curious for a fun fact to share at Thanksgiving, just Google why the first cloned lamb or sheep was named Dolly. It's an interesting fun fact. It's funny. Anyway, I have a feeling like this is maybe where the alters, the alternative versions of Jan come from. I kind of have a sneaking suspicion that that's where all this is starting. But let's see. Report back the results. Okay.
Okay, I built the womb and tested the Rapidium. The DNA sample provided was a little surprising, but it worked, I think. I cloned a sheep.
Like it was
Hello?
supposed to be a
Can you
a
hear
human
me?
person.
I have a sheep on board. You're responsible for 2 lives now.
Go. Successful. Really found what did this. Is the evidence.
Yeah, it is amazing.
Yes. Yeah, I did.
I agree.
It's fantastic, isn't it? I just have to get out of this alive to claim my medal.
Imminent danger. Short time remaining to sunrise.
I know that. But I'm just a builder. I'm not trained to move the goddamn base all by myself.
Well, we're gonna have to figure it out, my friend. We're gonna have to figure it out. Also, shout out to Shag Carpet. Look at this. You know, we may be on a distant planet. We may be cloning creatures with high-tech technology, but there's always a place for Shag Carpet. You know, and I'm sick of pretending like there isn't. I love Shag Carpet. I don't care what anybody says. It's the most plump, lush carpet of them all. And I think it's about time that we get back to making it normal in houses. Just gonna say it. Anyway, I'm exhausted at this point on day 2, so I'm gonna go to bed before I get in trouble and get penalized. And I'm guessing overnight the organics will be collected? No. Okay, so I've got to do something else. Got to figure that out. Okay. Well, this is as good a time as any, I think, where I'm going to hunker down and keep going and keep playing. I will be back in the blink of an eye with more information. I'm guessing I'm just going to like play, and then once I get to the altar part where more Jans show up, I'll be back. But also shout out Project Dolly. I didn't even realize he was holding that or wearing that. That's funny. Anyway, I'll see you in a second. time warp, go. Well, everybody, it's been a day and I have put a good bit more time into the game. In fact, also on my Steam Deck, because the game does work on Steam Deck, which is great to see. And having said that, I probably am like another 3 or 4 hours in. And as you can see, I have some additional Jans on the left-hand side. As you can see, I have them assigned to different areas. Some of them are walking around like the scientist here. Others are off on assignments, such as Jan the miner, who is working in a metals outpost, and Jan the technician, who is working at an organics outpost. I also got past the initial prologue section of the game, as you would expect, and now I'm on the next area where I've set up some basic mining operations, some of these little pylons to orchestrate all of it and allow me to fast travel between them. And you can see you can assign each of these guys to work at these stations, so you don't have to stand and mine the materials yourself. It frees you up to do other things. And so far, I'm gonna be real, I'm really digging it. I'm really liking this. Like, I'll be real. I was kind of skeptical at the concept. I thought maybe it was gonna like burn me out after a little bit, or I was just gonna be looking for something fresh and different. But honestly, I'm eating it up. And I've really been pleasantly surprised at how easy it is to just lose yourself. I mean, it's like a lot of games that make you fall victim to like the one more day kind of mentality. That's this game in a nutshell. You will many, many times find yourself saying, just one more day. You know, I know what I'm thinking of doing. I'm there. I know what I need to do. I'm just going to do it while I'm thinking about it. And before you realize it, like an hour has passed and you're like, oh God. You know, it's crazy. It's also cool. So as you can see, so right there, I couldn't have orchestrated this if I wanted to. So Jan the scientist finished his work over there. So I'm gonna now just say yes, assign him to the refinery, and he's gonna move and go from the workshop over to the refinery to complete that work over there. It's awesome because they will just kind of intelligently say, hey, I'm out of work. Do you want me to go help over there? So long as like their moods are well managed, and you can also, it seems, later get some different alters that also have like different personalities that can push the others into more efficient behaviors. Like, I'm trying to be coy for the sake of spoilers, but basically you can increase efficiency with other alters later in the game if you so choose to use those alters. And so it makes me think that potentially, you know, you could have somebody throwing a fit, not wanting to do any work because they're frustrated with how things are going or how they're being treated, which is very interesting to me. I did also see that apparently if your alters are upset enough or get injured while out working and you don't have proper like medical care and things, apparently like they can just straight up die. So you can just have alters that you've brought back, or not back, but brought to life basically, and they can just die because you didn't manage them properly. It's kind of crazy. It's wild. And now I'm working on this. Oh yeah, he finished at the refinery. So yeah, I'll assign him over there and he's gonna go off and work. Dude, the scientist is on it. He knows what he's doing. And yeah, you're just kind of slowly chugging along, getting work done. And it's really, really easy to just lose yourself to it. Furthermore, you can also spend a lot of time just carefully organizing everything you have set up based on how you like it. Like, oh, maybe I want the research lab to be up here. I can just pop it over. It doesn't like give you much crap for it. You can see I can also research eventually a bigger base expansion like I outlined earlier, but I'm still not quite there. And there's other rooms I haven't gotten yet, such as social rooms or the infirmary, and others that are not listed here, such as increased storage and things. But if I want to add it, it's as simple as just selecting it, dragging it over, and boom, more storage for the base. Love it. I want another? Sure, why not? We'll just plop it right there. It's really intuitive, and I mean, whew, I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. So here's the deal. If you want to check the game out yourself, the links are in the description box below. I'm liking it. I'm really, really glad they reached out and gave me the chance to try this. If you like these kinds of management games like I do, especially ones that have very unique spins on the formula, I think you should check it out because there's some really clever ideas at play here, and I think it's a winner. Now, The Altars is actually out now. It's available on Xbox, Game Pass, PlayStation 5, and PC. Plus, it's 10% off right now on PC, so it's a great time to jump in. I also just wanted to say I've been playing The Altars even more over the last few days since recording the video, and I can't stop playing the damn thing. It's really good. I've been playing it on my Steam Deck before I go to bed. I've been playing it on my big gaming PC down here after I get off stream. I really like the game, and no spoilers, but I will just say it keeps ramping up. It gets crazy after like 10, 15 hours. And already I'm thinking that like subsequent playthroughs would be awesome because there's so many different choices you can make. And again, no spoilers. Some wacky stuff happens, and I'm really interested in seeing what the other outcome would have been if I had done things differently. So I can't wait to keep playing. I highly recommend you check this out. I've been having an awesome time, and it gets 2 thumbs up for me. So there's that. But that's going to do it for me. Thank you again to 11-Bit Studios and AMD for sponsoring this video. Very generous of them to reach out. Let me say whatever I want to say. And it's a pleasant surprise when I don't have anything really critical to say. I just really like the game. So maybe by the time I finish it, I'll have more to say and critique. But as of right now, I'm just liking it, and I can't wait to keep playing because I'm really liking it. I'm moving this back down because that's the way I had it, and that's the way I like it. Anyway, I'm going to call it there, my friends. Thanks for watching. Thank you for making my dreams a reality every single day. The fact I get to do this for a living is wild. So truly, truly, thank you. And until next time, my friends, much love, hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.